Welcome back to Mid-Ohio. Ralph Shaheen here with you, getting ready for F4. Cars have rolled off and are starting to make their way around before we get this one underway. And I'm going to be joined in the booth by Luca Day. Luca, great to have you with us. Let's get you turned on. There you go.
Yeah,
try that now.
It's great.
Good, good. And you're going to be running the Ligier JFC race later.
Yeah.
And how's that series going for you?
It's been pretty rough, but we've been working a lot on the car and just new overall. So
let's get this mic a little closer to you here so we can hear you. Go ahead and speak.
Yeah, we've been working a lot on the car and personally, yeah, we're just learning the track, so it's been great.
As we get ready for this first open wheel race of the day, what's the biggest challenge with an open wheel car here at Mid-Ohio?
I would say turn 4. You definitely need some late braking. For me, I had some issues, but it's a great corner for overtaking.
Which is where we're headed to here now as the field continues on their warm-up lap. They get a little tight going into 4 here. Especially on cold hand-cooked tires on the opening lap or two, huh?
Yeah, it was chaotic yesterday, race 1 for JFC. 3 people off track, so yeah.
Hopefully a little smoother this afternoon. Here's a look at the starting lineup. Alex Popow, Kekai Hauanio, Cooper Shipman, who won yesterday, Caleb Campbell, Demitri Nolan, and Clemente Huerta. 6 cars to start this one. Field forming up. Janetta's safety car is off. Green flag, and we're racing here in Mid-Ohio. F4. Popow quickly into the lead in the 55. Even on cold tires, you got to carry a lot of speed through Mission Foods turn 1 on an opening lap.
You got to do, it's a very, very interesting corner.
Look at Kekai Hauanio on the 29, filling up the mirrors of Popow. Nolan tagging the back end of the field here. So Popow in the white car jumps out to the early lead over Hauanio in that bright orange number 29. Good battle building up here for third, and this is where we're going to be on those brakes and cold tires at 4. Side by side for third, Shipman and Campbell. And it looks like it was Campbell that came out with the spot. Popow doing everything he can to try to stretch out a lead, but Kekai's not giving him much of an opportunity. He's staying right with him. Here we come into Summit Carousel. Yes. Campbell in third, Shipman in fourth. Huerta, Clemente holds down fifth, just in front of Nolan at the back end of the field. And now we're seeing Campbell really starting to put the pressure on Kekai. So when you're in Campbell's position here and you're trying to find a way around Kekai, what are you looking at?
Well, like we saw yesterday, Campbell, especially in turn 4, around the outside. But I think he should just hold it and
He's
wait.
trying that again here.
Yeah, and it works.
He's going to make it work. And he pushes Kekai wide as they come through the next corner. And I thought Shipman was going to try to stick a nose in there too, but he thought better of it.
Yeah.
There's just so much dirty air off the back of these cars, right?
It is very bad, especially at Road America. when there was that oil on the track, it was super bad at the start.
Oh, problems here for Demitri Nolan. And that could bring out a full course caution.
It's been really unlucky for him all weekend. I hope he does better.
Setting yourself up for Mission Foods turn 1. How do you do that coming down the front straightaway? What are you thinking about?
For turn 1?
Yeah.
Well,
so down towards 4 we go with Popow up front. Nothing has changed there. Alex having a good run here so far. We're going to say with just a local yellow there for Nolan. So we keep green the rest of the way around. Shipman in 4th. He's got to find a way around Hauanio now. See if he can get himself up on the podium for the second time this weekend. Popow out of Miami, Florida, the MLT Motorsports entry. Dr. Michael Thompson giving him a helping hand.
for me, this is a very interesting track because it's very tight for the passing. So turn on the straightaway to turn 4 is a really good spot, but everywhere else is super, super tight. You're going to see a lot of fighting turn 6, turn 7. So especially with Caleb and Kekai, they had a nice battle yesterday.
Watching the fight right there with Kekai Hauanio in the orange 29, and Cooper Shipman coming up behind him in the yellow accented machine. He's going to swing to the inside, headed to 4. Under braking. Strong move, but Kekai goes a little bit deeper, and that's going to be just enough to barely hang on to 3rd.
Yeah, braking is really important in that corner. So whoever could brake a bit later is going to get the position.
Hauanio from Tampa, Florida, that Crosslink Motorsports NE-Wear Transport back 29. And Shipman out of Austin, Texas, in the Kiwi Motorsports entry. And there's Demitri Nolan walking back from Fairview, Texas, and a Crosslink Motorsports entry as well. Campbell's hanging in there, but he just doesn't seem to be able to close much on Popow. Even though he ran a tick quicker on that last lap, he's still a good second or so back behind him.
Yeah, Alex has a really good pace. So he just focuses right when the race starts, just get as far as you can from your driver just to break that draft. And it seems like it's working really well for him.
Mid-Ohio is the most visited track in series history for F4. They've raced here every year since the inception of the series. Alex is just not putting a wheel wrong, is he?
Yeah, he's really good. He's not Road America's those positions, but it seems like he's really putting on the pace.
Look at that battle for 3rd. Here he goes. Shipman looking inside, going into Mission Foods 1.
That is a very hard corner to pass. Credits to him.
Yeah, he made it look easy, didn't he?
Yeah, it really isn't easy.
That'll put Shipman back up on the podium again. They're a very strong performance yesterday.
Seems like Kekai's doing more mistakes. He made a lot yesterday, but he seems to keep third. But it's got to him again.
Sometimes it's just hard to find your rhythm, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, someone passes you, you feel like you're not doing good enough, and that could kind of affect you. So
you start pushing and
yeah, making mistakes.
headed over to the Summit Carousel.
It's a very, very tight corner. You really need to get that entry right, or not. You could go slight wide and you could mess it up.
Well, Campbell's starting to chip away at it a little bit. He picked up another 10th. And he's got 21 minutes to get it done. Yeah, he's cut it down about half a second between him and Popow now. But look at Shipman closing right back up.
That's going to be a fight for sure.
Which could be good news for Alex Popow, the fact that Shipman and Campbell start battling over second. Gives him a chance to stretch that gap back out again.
Yeah, sure. But it seems like Caleb's catching up to Alex, so that's going to put him under pressure, for sure.
Campbell is definitely closing. Where does it seem to you that Campbell's making up his time?
I feel like on the straight with the draft is really, really good on the straight on the way to turn 4. So he definitely uses that draft to close in a lot.
Didn't look like he got through the carousel as good as Popow that time. Although he picked up another 10th on the lap. Well, if he keeps chipping away at it like this with 19 and a half minutes to go, he's going to have plenty of time.
Oh, and Shipman closing in very, very closely.
Yep, Shipman is right there.
That draft is going to be
huge right
yeah.
here. The one who's losing touch is Kekai Hauanio.
Oh, it's been really rough for him.
Driver back and forth in that orange car. Here's Campbell looking inside, also defending on the outside as he's being attacked. Shipman pushing hard as the inside now.
Again,
that'll change again at the next corner.
Again, it's the braking. Brake later, you get the position.
Campbell pulls it off and hangs on. And that also allowed Hauanio to close back up.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting towards the end to see how Hauanio recovers.
So you had a busy time at the Montreal Canadian Grand Prix, didn't you?
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Tell me a little bit about all the media opportunities you had.
It was very great to get media attention. I mean it's my hometown, so it felt really great to see the amount of support I get. On Hauanio closing in. He's going to get that position soon.
Hauanio still stuck in 4th. Has definitely closed up.
And Shipman getting that draft to Caleb.
Shipman looking inside.
Is he going to pass?
Just can't get close enough. Boy, he is right up under him. Here's the carousel.
And that really helps Alex get away.
Yeah, Popow has definitely stretched the gap back out. It was half a second last time by. Let's see where it's at now. It's got to be over a second. Yeah, 1.29.
And that fight between Caleb and Shipman is really going on right now. It's going to help Kekai come on in.
And Campbell was only picking off a 10th per lap, so he's got a lot of work to do now.
Oh,
again.
and Kekai
looking inside at the keyhole. Nope.
I feel like Shipman's really going to use the late brakes to pass Caleb here.
Here we go. Setting up the attempt again. Shipman on the outside here. Campbell goes nice and deep. Makes it a lot easier this time. Shipman crosses back over. And again, comes to the inside.
Oh,
almost contact there.
And now you see Kekai closing in.
Yeah, Kekai closing back up. Well, it looks like Campbell got a little loose there, too. That's going to give Shipman a run. Headed to the carousel.
And Alex really putting on the run here.
Shipman inside. Trying to make that work. No, not close enough. Headed to Mission Foods, turn 1. Inside of 15.5 minutes to go.
And Alex extending that gap to 1.7 seconds now.
Kekai looking inside, gets up on the curbing here at the keyhole. Hauanio trying to put a pass together on Shipman. That's a fight for third.
And that really helps Caleb pull away.
Hauanio can't get it done and loses a couple of car lengths now. Everybody has to catch their breath, settle down, and find their rhythm again. They've got inside of 15 minutes of racing left to go. Thunder Valley.
And he went wide.
It's the first mistake we've seen out of Popow all day. Here's Shipman.
Shipman.
Again looking inside, up on the curbing. Campbell comes back strong as he has throughout this race and fends him off. Doesn't look like anybody's in a position to make a move this time going into 4. See if he can do anything with it this time.
And you see Caleb is also catching up to Alex. I think Alex is going to get put under pressure anytime soon.
Inside of 13 minutes to go now. Yep.
Oh, and that gap to
125.8 and 125.1, a huge difference for Campbell. And he's closing within half a second. As they come down to the keyhole, he looks to the outside. Campbell That's the long way around the keyhole for sure. Hard to make that pass, but can he get the drive? Popow tries to push him a little wide. They almost touched going down this long straightaway. What's going to happen at 4 under braking? Side by side through 3. Still right alongside of each other. Inches apart. Hard on the brakes here. Popow by a nose going into the corner. Shipman closing in as well. And he's trying to find a way through if these two get together. And that also keeps Hauanio in the fight. And Popow defends the position and hangs on to the lead.
Oh, and
Shipman, good drive. Trying to get there. This time I think he's going to get it as we see Campbell go wide.
And
Hauanio's coming through as well.
Wow, that one off track really hurt Caleb.
One small mistake by Campbell, and all that work goes out the window. As both Shipman and Hauanio get by, and we're down to 11 minutes left to go here. Just when it looked like Campbell had a great shot at the lead and potentially the win, he finds himself in 4th after a mistake.
And Kekai with the fastest lap, a 1:26.063.
Well, that's when he needed it. Got him back into podium position.
Shipman really putting under pressure on Alex.
Hauanio being tacked by Campbell now. Campbell trying to find his rhythm, get back at it.
And pass on the inside.
Nice move by Campbell as Hauanio gets a little wide. Now can Campbell catch back up to Shipman? He's got 10 minutes to get it done. Shipman starting to put the pressure on Popow. And Shipman has had a great weekend here so far.
Oh, and you see Huerta closing in with all those fights.
Popow, we've only really seen one very minor mistake by him today, and it wasn't enough to lose a position. Here again comes Shipman, utilizing the draft, looking outside, under braking. Popow has been very good here, and he's on the inside. Is that going to stick? Yes. New leader here in Mid-Ohio.
And all 3 of them are closing in.
Now, Campbell looking inside. Oh boy. Right into the side pod there. Campbell by a nose. Can he make it stick? And all of a sudden, Alex Popow finds himself losing 2 spots and dropping back to 3rd. So sliding through the carousel is Popow. Did you see that?
Yeah. Again, he's making more mistakes. It's going to cost him. Campbell with the fastest lap, too.
Shipman, who got his 2nd pole of the season this weekend here in Mid-Ohio, is fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying. Got the win yesterday with Popow in 2nd and Hauanio in 3rd. And Shipman looking to absolutely sweep the weekend here. He can get another win. Campbell's got other ideas, though. Oh, he almost goes too deep there into 4. Very easy to overrun that corner.
Very, very easy. It is. You cannot mess up that corner. And you see it cost him a lot as he's pulling back.
Oh, look at Popow sliding.
Oh!
And Hauanio went off, gathered it back up. Popow has used up his hand cooks. His tires are gone. He was under attack the entire time for at least 2/3 of the race. And I think he has just used them up. Right now he's fighting to just get on that podium. Which a second and a third would still be a good weekend. Campbell a good car length back here in second now. Got to use that draft again.
That draft on that straight is super crazy. People just pull away super quick. And you see Alex pulling back now.
Here he comes looking inside, not close enough. Hauanio's got to be careful because Huerta has closed up. So the fight for fourth is starting to develop. But this is the best battle.
You're really going to start seeing the pressure for the last 5 minutes.
See who gets through the carousel better this time. Is anybody else starting to lose the grip in those hand-cooked tires? Pretty smooth for the top two. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and right there is Huerta.
Closing
Huerta pushing on Hauanio now. And Popow just in front. So it's a three-car fight for the final spot on the podium. And
Huerta.
Yeah, Huerta got around him, didn't he? Huerta completed the pass, I believe, going into Mission Foods turn number 1.
And that's an unlucky weekend for Kekai. I mean, he had that podium yesterday, but it's been going all wrong.
Here's the battle for the lead. Campbell right alongside. Shipman takes him a little wide, but Campbell comes right back inside next corner. Side by side here. Great fight for the lead. And potentially the win with 4.5 minutes to go. Campbell not done yet. Still pushing. Still pushing inside here. Look at this fight. Back to the inside as we come rumbling through Thunder Valley. Up to Summit Carousel. Shipman inside. Campbell on the outside now. Couldn't get him on that lap. Popow still in front of Huerta and Hauanio.
Caleb might get this draft here to pass him on the inside or outside.
Tucked in nicely here. Looking outside, that'll set him up to try to get a good run through the keyhole, tuck back up, and use that draft down the back stretch. And there he is. Right where he wants to be on the draft, correct?
Yes. That is, he's going to
look outside.
Yeah.
See if he can use him under braking. Shipman really good down there. Oh, no.
Oh, Caleb.
Big mistake. Gets into Ben's signs, one of the Cube 3 architecture signs, and Campbell has lost all of that opportunity. And with 3 minutes to go, going to be very hard, Luca, at this point.
That might just be it for Campbell. I mean, that's a huge gap for him.
And Popow gets a little bit of life as he sees Campbell suddenly right in front of him.
Kekai closing into Huerta as well.
Popow still fighting with traction issues on the back end of his car. Shipman with the quickest lap that time around. Campbell now 2.5 seconds back with inside of 2.5 minutes to go. That's going to be very, very, very difficult for him to make up.
He's really going to have to push super hard.
And Kekai, for the championship, really needs 4th and not 5th. So he's got to find a way around Huerta here. Here he goes, looking inside on Huerta. That's the move he needed. That gives him a couple extra points towards the championship, which will be incredibly valuable after Shipman puts together such a strong weekend here in Mid-Ohio. Just a minute. Oh, boy, look at Kekai slide that car, and here comes Huerta right back by.
That's really going to hurt him for the championship for sure.
Inside of 1.5 minutes to go.
Oh, and Campbell lost that spot to Popow.
Yeah, I think Campbell is definitely struggling with grip. Popow gets around for second. So if Kekai can get going, he might actually have a shot at a podium spot on this last lap, but he's going to have to work awful hard and very quickly. Cooper Shipman going to just absolutely dominate this weekend.
Oh, and Kekai right on the inside.
Kekai gets through. That's 4th. Now can he do something about Campbell and sneak back up on the podium here? Shipman, Popow, Campbell. Oh, Huerta looking inside. He's not done. And Kekai slides it all the way in contact there. Not enough damage. Everybody keeps racing, but it's heating up in this fight for 4th. Kekai with a mistake there. That's going to allow Huerta to sneak away, and that could be the end of it. Clock is about to run out. Checkered flag should be waiting for them. Here's Cooper Shipman. What a weekend here at Mid-Ohio for Cooper.
He's been doing super well, just extending that gap.
Gets the pole, fastest laps in practice, takes the win yesterday and takes the win here today. Popow again with a second. Campbell miraculously survives for 3rd. Huerta with a fine effort to fight back and take 4th. And Kekai Hauanio can't wait to put Mid-Ohio in the rearview mirror and get on to the next race in New Jersey. It has been a frustrating weekend for him as he finishes in 5th.
That really hurt him. I mean, he got a podium yesterday, but he's been making so many mistakes just trying to fight for the lead, and that really got him.
Yep, they just started stacking up, and the frustration was just building.
He's really going to have to put a heck of a weekend at New Jersey.
That was round 8 of F4 US. Cooper Shipman, 4.6 seconds over Alex Popow. Caleb Campbell on the podium. Clemente Huerta, really great run by Clemente. Started at the tail of the field, fought his way up to 5th, got in a position to challenge, and takes 4th. Strong effort there on a rough day. Kekai Hauanio slips all the way back from leading early to the tail, finishes in 5th, and Demitri Nolan saw him have troubles with his car pulling off early. All right, Luca, so that wraps up the day for you here with us, but you've got Ligier JFC coming up in a little bit, huh?
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a battle.
What can we expect out of that race today?
Definitely the fight for the lead with Pablo and Gaston. I mean, Gaston still is in that championship, and he has to fight for the lead to stay in place because Pablo has been dominant with Cash, Beckham, so he really has to put on a show.
Well, that'd be a good one. That's coming up a little bit later. What time do you guys race today?
About an hour.
We'll be looking forward to that one. Cooper wishes we could run the entire rest of the season right here in Mid-Ohio. He has had just a phenomenal weekend here. And as he crawls out to celebrate, we head down to Ben Sissel to talk to Mr. Dominant here this weekend, Cooper Shipman.
Well, thank you very much, Ralph. One thing I do want to point out, but while he's giving high fives, get a look at these tires. These are some used up, hand-cooked tires, as you can see. So some tire day on that, unbelievable. But a clean sweep this weekend for Cooper. And that's got to be one of the best races I've seen, not just in F4, just seen in general. Unbelievable. But then after you got through all of that, you just kind of took off. How was the race out there for you?
Yeah, you know, it was a really strong race. I knew after that rough start that I was probably going to struggle a little bit in the dirty air behind the other cars. But, you know, I just stayed patient, tried to save the tires as much as I could, and then just waited for the right times to pass. And then as soon as I got to the front, I knew that the Kiwi Motorsports boys put a good car underneath me to where I could maintain that lead, and we came away with a win.
So you and Popow coming into 4 on the back straight, could I have put a piece of paper between your wheels?
I'm not sure you could. It was pretty close, but luckily we kept it pretty clean, and we're both able to make it through there in one piece.
Nice. Well, Cooper Shipman, clean sweep here at a very difficult Mid-Ohio sports car course. I'll send it back to the booth.
Yeah, and Ben, here's a few of the stats on this one. So Cooper got his first career F4 US win yesterday. Now he's back-to-back. I'm telling you, he loves Mid-Ohio. For Alex Popow, this is his 5th podium of the 2025 season now here today. Kekai Hauanio had swept Road America like Shipman did here, was 3rd yesterday. That was the 6th time this season he's finished inside the top 3, but then here today finds himself in 5th. And Shipman's victory was the first win yesterday, first win for Kiwi Motorsports in F4 US this season, but now they've got 2, and they join Crosslink, MLT Motorsports, and LC Racing Team as winners in 2025. Well, Luca, thanks for coming by. Best of luck in your race. We'll see that coming up a little bit later. For now, I'm Ralph Shaheen. Stay with us. We got more racing coming your way from Mid-Ohio after this.
And get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Hagerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, all for less than a set of race tires. Hagerty, let's drive together.
What does it mean to be built with Summit? It means you're hitting the autocross, drag strip, road course, trail, dirt, or open road with confidence. Because built with Summit means you're using parts from the top names in performance. Priced to make your project affordable. And it's all backed by trusted tech expertise and blazing fast shipping. Summit Racing Equipment. Let's build it together. SummitRacing.com.
Ralph Sheehan back here with you at Mid-Ohio. And Ben Sissel has made his way back over. Well, your little scooter's getting in the laps today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's putting the miles in, but that's